everyone, I'm Maki. The second Hathaway's Flash movie has just been released in Japan. A great new title has joined the Gundam series lineup. This time, I will share my thoughts on it and highlight the key points to pay attention to while watching without revealing any spoilers. Some of you might be wondering whether to see it at the cinema or wait for it to be available to stream online. I'd like to talk about things that might help you decide. First, I'll share some information that's not related to the film itself. Some fans predicted that new movie or any announcements might appear in the ads shown before the story begins. I was one of them. Many of you are especially looking forward to information about Seed Freedom Zero. Unfortunately, however, there were no promotional videos related to Freedom Zero or any other new works. This may be because the creators wanted to avoid diverting too much attention towards new titles, which would reduce the impact of both the new work and Hathaway's Flash. If you would like to support my channel, please consider joining the 99 cents monthly membership. As a thank you, you will receive a name badge and comment stamps. Now, let's get started. First, I would like to share my impressions. It was a truly wonderful film. It wasn't just simple entertainment, it was a work of art. The key mobile suit action scenes were also brimming with power and intensity. People who love mobile suits will find it very satisfying to watch. Some fans said that the screen was generally too dark in the first movie and that they were a bit dissatisfied with the action scenes. In the second film, however, there are battles that take place in bright settings. However, there are also battles that take place in dark settings. This may be a point where opinions are divided. The dark screen creates a sense of impact and surprise that can only be achieved in this style. However, some people might feel that the darker screen reduces the excitement. I was especially drawn to the scenes in which mobile suits were active, their full silhouettes barely visible in the darkness. I was also very satisfied with the story. I got the impression that Mr. Yoshiyuki Tomino's complex writing had been effectively translated into visuals, while also making use of the unique capabilities of film. However, opinions may still be divided on this point. This is because the story itself is complex and layered. It might still be a bit hard to recommend to someone watching the Gundam series for the first time. This is not limited to Hathaway's Flash. It applies to most sequel-type stories in general. I was also impressed by how strongly Hathaway's inner illness and emotional suffering were portrayed. This is something that can only be experienced through a visual medium rather than a novel. Some viewers may also be divided by the fact that there are many dialogue-heavy scenes throughout the story. Those who want to see more mobile suit combat scenes may be disappointed. Your impression will likely depend on how interested you are in the Universal Century setting. Personally, I was very happy that there were many moments focusing on Lei name. He is inexperienced, but I like him as a character who always tries his best. I am already excited to see how he will perform in future stories. The tragedy of the battlefield is also portrayed very effectively visually. Some people might not like watching cruel scenes. However, those viewers can still feel comfortable watching this film. Unlike some past Gundam works, there are not many scenes that clearly and directly depict cruelty. The battle scenes make extremely effective use of the dark screen presentation I mentioned earlier. The audience experiences the tragedy of the battlefield through their imagination, based on the characters' words and reactions, and the fragmentary visuals. Therefore, even those who are not comfortable with graphic violence can watch it with confidence. Finally, let's discuss the sound. Due to the way sound is used in this film, I strongly believe that watching it in a cinema is the best option. The mobile suit battles and battlefield scenes, as well as the everyday moments of the characters and the scenes that express Hathaway's mental state, all use sound in very memorable ways. This is something that is quite difficult to fully experience on a home or computer screen. If your local cinema has enhanced audio equipment, it is absolutely worth trying. If you have access to sound systems like IMAX, I would highly recommend it. At the cinema I visited today, there were no IMAX screenings available, so I watched it with the standard audio setup. Even with the standard sound system, it was a very rich experience. However, if IMAX or similar audio options are available, it is worth paying extra even if it means skipping a drink. My overall evaluation is extremely high. The story, the battle scenes, and the mobile suit mechanical designs were all excellent. Every element was very satisfying. Finally, one important note. Please do not leave your seat once the end credits start rolling, and make sure you watch until the very end. This is a common anime film technique, and the story continues after the credits. Many people leave as soon as the credits begin to avoid the crowds when the film ends, but with this film, you will have a better experience if you stay until the very end. You will have a better experience with this film if you stay until the very end. In my program, whenever I discuss spoilers, I always issue multiple warnings beforehand. I would be very happy to help you have a more enjoyable viewing experience. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I'll see you in the next program.